Yes. The first playoff poll comes out at is it 8 o'clock tonight? Is that what? Well, I think. Let me turn my TV on here. I think it's scheduled for then, but I believe there's a college basketball game on. Of course, they'll wait till that's over to put it on, but I might be wrong about that. Yo. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, so it's scheduled for 8 o'clock to come on, but it's after the Louisville at UConn game. The UConn and Louisville women's basketball game, to be more exact. So if that's over by then, which it should be, there's 5 minutes left in the third quarter. But anyway, it'll be when that's over with. I always love the first rankings because people get so mad. There's going to be at least 5 or 6 fan bases that are mad tonight, so we'll see who they are. The winner of Florida State and Clemson gets the honor of firing their coach first. Yeah, well, Dabo's not getting fired. Norvell might, though. I mean, no matter what happens to the rest of the season, Dabo's not getting fired. I mean, whether people think he should or not, it's a different discussion, but he's not getting fired. What's up, Jeremy? Who do you guys think is going to be number 1 tonight? I mean, I think there's really only 2 answers. It's going to be either Indiana or Ohio State, right? Not big on rankings. Well, these are the only rankings that really matter. The playoff rankings. I mean, AP poll might not matter. Yeah, I think Indiana should be number 1 as well. And every year people conflate who they think the best team is as opposed to who should be ranked number 1. Those are 2 different things. It has to go week to week. So Ohio State might be better than Indiana. We don't know. We don't know till they play. But Indiana has more impressive victories. Indiana might have the most impressive victory of any team all season. They went on the road and blew out Oregon in Oregon. How many ACC teams will we see tonight? That's a good question. Probably, let's see here. Oh, probably 3. You'll see Louisville, you'll see Georgia Tech, you'll see Pitt, and so maybe 4. You'll probably see 4. Add Virginia in there. Yeah, playoff team. Oh yeah, I forgot about Miami, didn't I? Yeah, how did I forget Miami? I don't know. The only ranking that matters is the last one. Well, yeah, except that they base the last one off the one before it. And they base that one on the one before it. And they base that one on the one before it. Now, I know they lie to you and tell you they don't, but they do. Of course they do. I mean, you've never seen a playoff ranking where a team is ranked 5 and they lose to an unranked team and the next week they don't rank them. No, they drop 3, 4 spots, maybe 5, depending on how bad the loss was, and that's because of where they had them ranked the week before. So, the playoff committee is an awful lot like politicians. They lie. Hell, a lot of them aren't some of them actual politicians or former politicians? Well, I know Condoleezza Rice used to be one. So, Miami is done. Yeah, as far as the ACC goes, yeah, probably. Definitely. So those teams you just mentioned, how many of those have 0 wins over teams currently ranked? Which teams did I just name? Are you talking about the ACC teams? I don't know. I have to look that up. Megan, are you referring to Tennessee? I think this is sort of a shot at Tennessee. Because doesn't Tennessee have 3 losses now and no wins over currently ranked teams? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah. It's I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. This season is an absolute disaster for Clemson. There's really no other way to describe it. It's a disaster. Yeah, but they were still in the hunt. I think that's what he's saying. I mean, I don't think they were out of it by this time of the year. But we'll get to you right here in just a second. Sea Dog is here. He's on time today, which is good. Love to see that. Robert, I don't know. I think I can't count the amount of times I've said that Dabo's not getting fired. I've said it on this show. I've said it on every other show I'm going on. I've said it on the midday show. I've said it on the call-in show. I've said it on the... I mean... No. Tech has 0 ranked wins. That's true.
Clemson was ranked at the time.
He's talking about currently ranked teams.
Oh, what? Just because we beat them and then they become unranked means it doesn't count?
Well, I mean, to be fair, so what he's getting at here is the criticism is that Tennessee is a 3-loss team with 0 wins over currently ranked teams, and they're still ranked in the AP poll.
Yeah, Tennessee should not be ranked.
But the difference is that Tennessee has 3 losses.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech only has 1.
Their biggest thing to gloat about is a loss versus Georgia, a close loss versus Georgia.
Yeah. Ramdog says Dabo will not be fired this season, nor will he be fired. Yes. Well, he won't be fired. He won't be fired, but he is fired up. So it's the trifecta there. Dabo is fired up. I haven't seen him as fired up probably since 2010. Yeah, him leaving would be more likely, but he's not doing that either. First of all, where would he go?
Well, there's plenty of job openings.
Yeah, okay. Well, in order for him to go somewhere, they have to offer him the job, so that's number one.
You don't think that there's going to be schools that offer him the job?
Do I think that LSU or Florida or Auburn would offer him the job? No. Or Penn State? No. I also just don't think he's leaving, at least not now. It's hard to project into next year and the year after that. That's just crazy. The way things are going in college football right now, anything projecting past the current season is, it's a total guess. But, I mean, like we all thought and knew that probably Billy Napier was going to get fired, right? I think the James Franklin one was probably the most surprising one. A lot of people pretty much saw the writing on the wall with Hugh Freeze. So those are kind of predictable. The other ones, not so much. I mean, the LSU one is a little bit more complicated because I think it had less to do with his win-loss record and more to do with the fact that everybody at LSU fucking hated Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, Dabo doesn't have that problem. I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about the administration because that's who fires people. Fans don't fire people, right? Dabo is not hated by the Clemson administration. So, and also, again, whether people think or believe that Clemson was a good team last year or not, they still won the ACC and went to the playoffs. So it's not like they were 3-9 last year and they're 3-9 this year, and then then you have to have that conversation. So it's very rare for a coach to, especially a coach that's won a lot, to win their league and make the playoffs and then get fired the next year. I mean, maybe if you're a second or third year coach, that might happen. But he's been there for this was his 17th or 18th year as head coach. 17th year. So, Pete, I told you I was worried about NC State more than Pitt. Yeah, you're freaking Nostradamus then, because nobody had that on their radar other than you. I mean, Sea-Dog, were you worried about NC State?
I mean, besides just Tech shitting the bed, like the normal amount. But look, I should have been clearly. They were better than us, like straight up.
Did Haynes King had? Let me pull this up.
He had over 500 yards of offense by himself.
He had 408 yards just passing. That's got to be his highest passing total ever.
And another 100 yards, over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah. Well, we know he rushes for a lot every game. That's kind of who he is. But 408 yards through the air?
Yeah.
That's his most. He didn't even do that against Georgia last year at 8 overtimes, did he?
What do I look up to find that out? Haynes King single game passing record.
It's got to be this game. It's got to be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
4th most passing yards in Georgia Tech history. Wow.
He's broke all kinds of records there.
He's responsible for the most touchdowns now.
Most touchdowns, most rush. I think he's got more rushing yards than most of your. Does he lead the program history in rushing too? That might be the craziest stat out of all of them, because you guys ran the triple option for all those years.
Well, rushing touchdowns, there's running backs that have more, but he's close. He's like in the top 5, which is insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
Of rushing touchdowns, not just quarterbacks, but including running back, like all players.
Now, I clown on NC State all the time, but they do have a decent offense. But they put up 48. That's a lot.
Our defense acted like they weren't there. I mean, they did whatever they wanted to. Ran it, throwed it. CJ Bailey had one working leg. It didn't matter, dude. They absolutely kicked our ass offensively. And we had just a cut. Yeah, Haynes King had, whatever. We had just a couple of miscues on offense. Like, we had we had to settle for a couple field goals, and that was like the difference, dude. Like, our defense got, I think, 1 stop all game in like non-garbage time. It was absolute. I mean, they just whooped our ass. It was so bad. I didn't see that. Like, that's by far the worst defensive performance this year, and it's the worst defensive performance I can think of going back to like Jeff Collins.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. It was like they weren't there. I mean, you give up a score on every single drive. Like, you can't get much worse than that.
Yeah, it's bad.
They were averaging they would get 7 yards every run. They would just fall. They would meet, we'd meet them in the backfield even, or on the line of scrimmage. They'd fall forward for 5 yards, push the pile.
Yeah.
We got pushed around, bullied, and freaking humiliated. It was unbelievable, dude. Worst defensive performance in a long, long time.
Megan, this is, so I don't know if he's saying this or not, but a lot of people have been saying this. I've been seeing. So he says, can someone please explain to me how a lacrosse school is leading the ACC standings? Well, here's the thing. Every year we hear, well, the ACC is a 1-team league or a 2-team league. Everybody else fucking sucks. Maybe if you guys had teams like Georgia Tech and Virginia and Pittsburgh and Louisville, maybe if they were any good, but you might get some respect. So then they are good. And then they go, well, see how bad the ACC is? Virginia's good. It's like, well, what?
And then they almost lose to Florida. And they're like, oh, look out. SEC is so deep. Dude. Yeah. Anybody can beat anybody, man. Look out for the SEC. That just demonstrates, how good.
Meanwhile, Florida State dog walked Alabama.
Yeah.
Miami dog walked Florida.
Half their conference has fired their coaches.
Yeah, so I'm not saying the ACC. I think the SEC is the deepest and best conference, but just the idea is like, well, if you guys have more good teams, then we might give you more respect. And then they have more good teams, and they're like, oh, you guys suck. See what happens when Virginia's good? You guys, that makes you suck even worse. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, Beggin' Megan has been on the trolling train lately.
Beggin' Megan's just mad because Tennessee lost 3 games.
Tennessee lost 3 games.
And they're ranked, and people are mad about that, which I don't really care.
Oh.
So he's saying, like, Georgia Tech doesn't have any wins over ranked teams currently, but they're ranked. Why shouldn't we be?
He's not a Tennessee fan. He's a Georgia fan.
Oh, well, whatever.
I guess he's a SEC fan as well.
Right. That's what I meant.
But It's obvious. You have 3 freaking losses, and what is your best win? Overtime win against Mississippi State. Tennessee shouldn't have been ranked for a long time. Same with LSU, and if we're being honest, Texas, maybe bring Texas back into the fold after beating Vanderbilt, but they should have been out of the top 25 for a while now. They were in the same boat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eddie says, Pete listened to Dabo's presser today, and he went on into his purpose and life story and said he'll get things back on straight for Clemson. You know what? I'll give Dabo some credit. He didn't go into his life story today. It was more about saying that he's I actually was kind of impressed with what he said. Now, saying the right thing and doing the right thing are 2 different things. So I'm not ready to be like, oh, Dabo's going to get it turned around based on what he said in a 25-minute press conference today. No, but he did take full responsibility, and he even admitted that he's lost his edge. I mean, I don't know how you can get more transparent than that as a coach.
Yeah.
He admitted that he's lost his edge. And he needs to get back to the edge that he had in 2010 and make the hard decisions. That he talked about coaching firings, because that was brought up. And he said, firing coaches or assistants or position coaches or whatever, it's a part of the business. Nobody likes to do it. But he said, I've just never believed in firing coach, and he never has, in firing anybody during the season. I don't think it does the coaches any service, and I don't think it does the players any service. And I kind of agree with that. But anyway, I didn't hear him make any excuses today. I mean, he didn't do one of his tirades today like he's done where he's like, well, look how much I've won here. You guys are all spoiled kind of thing. He's done that in the past, and I think it's a fucking terrible look when he does do that. But he didn't do that today. Did he talk about the portal? He says he doesn't look ahead till next year until this season's over. I mean, the portal's not open right now.
Yeah. So, Dabo, I mean, credit to him. It seems like he might be a little bit of a come to Jesus year here.
Yeah, well, I think he feels the pressure. I saw some hearing from some of his former players saying that they've never seen him like this before. He's obviously not in a good place. He knows. He knows things are fucked up. He's not oblivious to that.
Yeah. The game's changing, and he hasn't adapted.
So we'll see if he does anything with it.
Yeah. And it might be a thing where, like, he's got to learn it slowly, and he might not ever get back to where he was before.
Well, the reason people keep bringing up the 2010 season, which this will be the worst season since 2010. They went 3-9 in 2010. He cleaned house. I mean, he cleaned house, and it took him a few years to rebuild from there, but he did. Now, that was before the transfer portal. That was when he could go out there and recruit in the top 10 and hire good coaches and, hit on a couple of elite type players, elite like quarterbacks and receivers, and make something out of it. But things have changed now. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's going to have to give up on his thing of not talking about, NIL until they commit or whatever it is.
And I made a video today about his comments about officiating. I don't know if you saw it or not. Yeah,
I saw part of it. I didn't get to finish it.
So he did a 25-minute press conference. He talked about the officiating problem for 2 minutes. There was a handful of people that commented on the video that said, I'm not talking about Clemson people, just other fans of the channel that are like, hey, yeah, actually, Dabo's got a point here. I kind of agree with him on this. Mm-hmm. Every other comment, just bashing Dabo. Nobody, not a single person could bring up one reason why they disagree with his offense on officiating. Not one.
Did they say they agree with him, disagree with him, or that?
No, it's just like it's every other thing under the sun. It's a lot. What a lot of it is people that just don't like Dabo Swinney for whatever reason. So it's what it's like. It's like the people that hate. It's almost like politics. Like people that hate Trump, he could say world hunger and people will still bash him for it because they just hate Trump. And the same thing on the other side, you know, people who hate Obama or whatever. Nothing Obama has ever done or said is right because they just hate Obama. So as soon as they hear Dabo Swinney complain about something or say something, they just automatically get triggered and disagree with what he's saying, or point out other things that is wrong with him. It's like Dabo Swinney thinks that the officiating system in college football is broken. I agree. So, okay, let's talk about that. No, let's talk about everything else. Let's talk about NIL and the transfer portal and the fact that Clemson's 3-9, which has absolutely fucking nothing to do with what Dabo Swinney said about the system of officiating. Nothing.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still waiting for a single person to give me an argument, a debate on what he said about the officiating system that's wrong. I'm waiting.
Officiating is usually something a lot of people can agree on.
I know. And a lot of what he said is what we've been talking on here, and I think most people do agree with. He's saying there needs to be full-time officials, like the NFL, which there does need to be. He said there needs to be more transparency publicly, which there does need to be, because he's right. The coaches and the players, they've got a lot on the line, especially the coaches. When you lose games, you get fired. Look around the country.
Well, the coaches have to immediately go answer for what happened in that game.
Yeah, but the officials don't.
But the officials,
there's zero accountability for the officials.
Yeah.
So there's that. He also, and I never really even thought about this, but he brought up the fact that he thinks that there needs to be a more, similar to the NFL, like a challenge system. Yeah. You know how they can challenge calls. Yeah. Now, they do a lot of reviews, but the coach doesn't have the ability to challenge an obvious bad call. Right. So it's up to them if they're going to review it or not. It's not up to the coaches. Right. So I agree with everything he said there. But the problem is when you're me and you're a Clemson guy, if I agree with anything Dabo Swinney says, I'm just a homer. If I disagree with anything Dabo Swinney says, which I've done 1,000 times on my own channel, then I'm not a real fan. So I can't fucking win.
Well, a lot of people lack nuance or critical thinking.
I know.
Or, maybe if you don't like somebody, it's possible for them to say something that's good or right.
Right. And again, there was a handful of people that said, like, I don't really care for Dabo that much, but I agree with him on this. But the vast majority of it is just, oh, Dabo's crying about the refs because he's 3-5, or, it's like, well, I mean, what does that have to do with what he's saying? Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like a lot of the time people will watch the video, but they won't listen.
Well, they see that they listen to 2 minutes of it, and they see the title, and then they just start typing.
I get this all the time, dude. And they're like, well, what about this? I'm like, well, I addressed it in the video.
Here's Jay. This is a perfect example. Jay, I think he was deflecting. If my team was underperforming this bad, I would be spending more time coaching instead of complaining about the refs and spending hours sending in tape to review. First of all, every single coach in America sends in 10 complaints to the NCAA about, or whatever conference they're in, about the officiating every single week. Do you think Dabo Swinney's sitting in a closet going through tape and mailing it off to the ACC officials? No, he's got people that work for him to do that.
Or it probably comes up during film. I mean, you're reviewing film of the game.
Every coach does it, whether they're 3-5 or 8-0. Yeah. He's not taking time away from coaching to send tapes into the ACC. You got to be fucking kidding me. And Dabo doesn't need. Here's another one. Dabo doesn't need to be the one talking about. Well, so what you're telling me is the most prominent head coach in all of the ACC should not be talking about ACC officiating. Why not? Should Dabo delegate that to another? Should Dabo call up Brent Key and say, "Hey, Brent, listen, I really know that you hate the entire system of officiating the same way that I do, but I can't be the one to say it. Will you say it for me, Brent?"
Well, no, we just lost the game, so he wouldn't.
I mean, but of course he should be the one to say it. Any coach should be the one to say it.
Yeah. Well,
the optics don't look good. Well, okay. The optics of being 3-5 doesn't look good. The optics of pointing out a completely failed officiating system has nothing to do with that. But I do agree with you. The optics of Clemson being 3-5 right now is not good at all.
I think it just means like he's only addressing it now that they're losing. They had a critical
Well, he's talked about it before. He's talked about it before, but again, he gives a 25-minute press conference. He spends less than 2 minutes talking about the officiating, but people act like Dabo Swinney woke up this morning and called a special fucking press conference to address officiating.
That's another thing. Like he's just.
I mean, he spent 23 minutes talking about how bad his team is and what he's going to try to do to fix it, and spent 2 minutes talking about how officiating's broken, which it is, and all of a sudden now it's bad optics.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm about to play it. I want one person to tell me what they disagree with about what he said. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm waiting to hear from somebody where what he said was wrong, because nobody can do it.
What's at stake? And that's why I was so frustrated with the refs, a little salty, because there's a lot at stake, and there's not consequences. In this coaches get crucified, fined, players get crucified, held to this unrealistic accountability standard, but refs have zero accountability. Well, they do, but it's behind a curtain. They get to go home and drink a beer and get on with their life and just leave the carnage left behind that affects a lot of people losing jobs. And that system needs to change too. That system needs to change. There should be, first of all, these refs should with what's at stake now and what's going on, like the NFL, they're not part-time refs. Like they need to be full-time refs, and it needs to be a job. And there needs to be one leader and one voice, and that's what it should be, number one. And then there should be public accountability, period. Like you can't criticize them.
Hello. My name is Adam
hold on.
Ferrari,
The infamous YouTube skipped commercial. Here you go.
But they're on the field, they're in the arena, but they're the only ones in the arena that have no consequences publicly. Or God forbid you get to pay a fine because you criticize performance. But yet everybody else can be criticized. It's a bad system the way it's set up. And there needs to be some change. There needs to be the ability to review egregious calls in certain situations. Because it means too much. People are losing jobs, whether it's assistants or head coaches or players, and how they get crucified on social media and things like that. Like, it's impactful. So, as opposed to just getting a report on Monday, you turn in 10. We had a game. I'm not criticizing. I can't tell you. I ain't gonna tell you the game. I'm not gonna say the game, but we're only allowed.
See, what he's referring to there is, for anybody who doesn't know, he just got fined $10,000 for criticizing the officials for the Duke game. And so now he's like, I can't talk about certain situations in certain games because, they'll fine me. So that's what he's talking about there.
Allowed to turn in, there's a system of accountability, but y'all don't know anything about it. It's behind a curtain. How dare we have accountability? In the meantime, we got gambling issues going on, people being suspended, all that kind of stuff, right? Yep. I mean, refs are people too. It ain't just coaches and players, and if they're a part of the game, then by God, they ought to be a part of the game. And they ought to be a part of the accountability, and they ought to be a part of the consequences, not just...
Yeah, Jay, you can keep saying that as many times as you want to. It still doesn't make any fucking sense. Deflecting from what? Again, this isn't a special press conference that Dabo Swinney called to talk about officiating. It's a 25-minute long press conference where he talked about officiating for 2 minutes. So what's he deflecting from?
Behind some shadowy curtain. Like, no, they ought to have to answer for it. And listen, there's judgment calls and all that, and I mean, we just have to disagree. But there's also absolute flat-out misses with no consequences. And and you get a shoot. We're allowed to turn in 10 calls. All right, and so we had a game earlier this year that we lost. I had 14 I wanted to turn in, but I only turned in 10. All right. I thought 8 were wrong, but got back. Yep, missed it. 5 of the 10 were wrong. And I mean, these are game-changing calls. Obvious pass interference, not called. That takes you off the field. But yeah, we just get this will be addressed with the crew and yada, yada, yada.
And that's the real problem. Well, there's a bunch of real problems. But what he's saying is when you have a grievance about egregious calls and you send in 10 that you say, look, these are 10 that we think were bad calls, and they come back and say, you know what, you're right, we admit that at least 5 of those were bad calls. What's the consequence for that? There isn't any. So what's the incentive for them to fix it? None. They don't fine the refs. We got one ref fired this year, when's the last time anybody has heard of a ref getting fired for making bad calls? What game was that? Auburn and Georgia, I think it was. This ref was so fucking bad they had to fire him. But when's the last time you've heard of that? I can't remember the last time I've heard of a ref getting fired. That was national news because it never happens. So, I mean, he's got a point. It doesn't matter what job you're doing, whether you're a head coach of football, whether you're changing oil at the local Jiffy Lube, or whatever. If you don't do a good job, you get fired. But that doesn't ever seem to happen in the officiating profession in college football, because they're not really professionals, and that's what he's talking about. These aren't professional coaches like what the NFL has, and that's a problem. So why not call for change in this? Well, first of all, I've been calling for it for years, and I know a lot of you that are listening have been calling for it for years too. But for some reason, when Dabo Swinney is the one delivering the message, they don't want to hear it. Because they don't like Dabo, or because of whatever, because either they're a Clemson fan and they're mad at him because he's ran the program into the ground, or they're a South Carolina fan who just hates Dabo Swinney for whatever fucking reason. But instead of listening to who's saying it, why don't you listen to what he's actually fucking saying?
Okay. Yeah, but you ain't there's no public accountability. Ain't none of that. So that's the system. The system needs to change. It needs to be changed. There needs to be challenge opportunity, and we need full-time officials. If you're going to have this type of stakes, it needs to be full-time officials. And everybody should have consequences. And the coaches and the players shouldn't be the only ones that publicly have accountability. That should change too with this system that we're in.
Take one more for coach. Ari Watford got ticket.
Yeah. So there you go. So I challenge anybody to tell me where you disagree with what he said, and maybe you have a legitimate angle on what he's saying that I haven't seen yet as far as what needs to be fixed. You know, it's similar. It's similar to the problem that we have with the NCAA as a whole. Right? Everything's compartmentalized. The NCAA doesn't have any real power. Yeah, they can wait 2 and 3 years and hand out a fine to a school or some sort of sanctions to a school. But everything's compartmentalized into the conferences. Why is there not just a uniform officiating crew for all of the FBS? Why does it have to be ACC officiating crews? Why does it have to be big, and why can't there be one single person that makes decisions on who's punishing bad officials and or firing or fining them? I mean, of course it can be done. It's done in the NFL every year. So
I don't think you're going to find anybody that will.
Well, nobody's going to disagree with me. But all they want to do is just say that, Dabo's 3-5. Dabo doesn't use the transfer portal. Okay, great. Well, I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything that he just said.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, anyway. What were we talking about?
I guess we should get through the games this past week.
Yeah, all right. We already talked about Georgia Tech and NC State. You know what? I said that if you lost to NC State, I might cancel this show indefinitely, and I probably should have.
Pete, I don't want to hear it. Okay. You know, Dave Doran is something like 2-15 against top 10 teams. Well, we're one of them. Do you know who the other is?
No.
It's Clemson.
No. All right.
He's beat 2 top 10 teams in his coaching tenure there.
I got news for you, buddy. Clemson's not a top 10 team.
What I'm talking about, not this year. I'm talking about a year where they were top 10.
Oh.
Okay.
What year was that?
I don't know. It was a couple years ago.
Another year that Clemson lost 4 games probably and weren't ranked at the end of the year. That year.
It's probably a Dekalele year. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
We got destroyed on freaking our defense wasn't there. They didn't freaking show up. So
all right.
I don't know. That was freaking brutal. This is really, really
that's the most embarrassing loss of the week last week in all of college football. So congratulations.
Well, we were looking at all these teams going on the road, and I was like, one of these teams is going to lose, and it was the goddamn Jackets. Miami too, but yeah, that really, really screwed up our ACC title chances. We don't control our own destiny anymore. It's really just, I don't know, we're cooked.
Yeah.
We might not make the title game anymore because of that, even if we beat Pitt.
So there's still 4 teams in it, right? You got Virginia, obviously in the driver's seat. You got Louisville, Pittsburgh is still in it, and Georgia Tech is still in it.
Duke is still technically in it.
Yeah, technically. I don't think they got. I mean, that's a long shot for Duke right now.
Yeah,
but they're still technically in it.
Yeah,
and SMU. Well, we got 2 teams right here. One of these 2 teams that played last week, number 10 Miami at SMU. One of those 2 teams is still alive, and one of them in. Can you guess which one?
That's brutal.
That is brutal for Miami, man.
I mean, so this was the first week in November. Like, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, and it's looking like it might be a mess at the end of the year in the ACC.
Well, I don't know what you mean by mess, but
only Duke and Louisville and Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech play each other. Virginia, and so there could basically what I'm saying is there could be 1, 2, 3. 3 or 4, I think, one-loss teams at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which if you look at the tiebreakers right now, they don't play each other either. So it could go down to like the 5th tiebreaker.
That's not going to happen. It'll work itself out. There might be a tiebreaker, one maybe 2 at the most. You're not getting down to the 5th tiebreaker.
No, the thing is though, the like 1 through 4, if you actually read through the tiebreakers, like the 1st through 4th tiebreaker is like only applies if the teams all play each other, which they don't. So you like automatically go down to the 5th tiebreaker. It's
look,
crazy.
I know that you and Rec Talk have sat around with your calculators, your fucking TI 38s or whatever the hell they are, and figured out every situation with the tiebreakers. I'm just telling you, it's not going to come down to that. Well, it's not going to be that difficult.
Have you looked at the schedules on the way out?
I don't care what the schedule says. TI 83. I'm sorry. What did I say? TI 38. Well, I'm dyslexic.
I don't think it's that far-fetched to think there could be 3 one-loss teams, which would be easier to figure out than, 4, but yeah, it's not that far-fetched.
Well, we'll see. But Miami definitely, I mean, they already were in a bad way as far as, not being able to control their destiny in the ACC, going into the SMU game. Of course, I came on here last week and I was like, look, there's a real chance that Miami loses this game. First game outside of the state of Florida all year, which is an insane stat by itself. That was week 10. They hadn't played a game outside of the state of Florida, and going into week 10, they go on the road and they lose to SMU.
What's funny, too, is Miami took a knee and lost this game.
Well, why is that surprising?
It's just funny because they lose when they don't take a knee, but they lose also when they take a knee.
Boy. Oh, that
Miami
was
fans are down bad. Like it's crazy how fast the vibes around Miami changed.
well. It's been over a 2-week span. I say 2 weeks. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, even 2 weeks ago, they thought they were still winning the ACC, even though they lost to Louisville. They're still like, yeah, well, every team's, and this is true. Every team's afforded a loss. I mean, hardly anybody goes 12-0 in the country, no matter how good you are. Those things are all true. But then you lose to SMU, and now it's fucking fire Mario Cristobal. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Have you seen the comparisons of Mario in September and October versus November?
Oh yeah, they call it the November no nut November for Miami.
It is brutal, dude. It's a brutal stat.
Yeah, they nut early in the season. They might need they might need some medication for that.
That's hilarious.
All right. Anyway, Miami. Disappointing loss on the road at SMU, and that pretty much puts them out of the ACC conversation and most likely, certainly the playoff conversation.
Yeah, and these Miami fans had the nerve to come trash talk us after we lost. Because I made a video, I made a video talking about how Miami lost and how great that was for Georgia Tech in the ACC standings. And they're like, "Oh, you talked all this shit about Miami, but," and then you lose, and it's like, brother, first of all, we own you. We own you. We own you so thoroughly. Where is Slim? Why is he hiding from me?
He's not hiding from you. He's probably working.
I'm demand that Slim appear before me.
Well, Slim, I talked to him on the midday show the other day. He's standing on his business that he picked Miami to go 10-2, and he still thinks they're going to go 10-2.
He also picked SMU to cover the spread against Wake Forest. Don't think I forgot about that.
Well, yeah, now you're going way back there.
I forgot about my Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
All right, moving on. We got to move on to the next game here. Moving on to Notre Dame at Boston College. Now, look, Notre Dame won 25-10 on the. I got you in a second, Rack. On the surface there, that looks like a good win. It is. I mean, it's a multiple score win. This might have been. Now, Boston College I think they're the worst team in the ACC. They might even be worse than Stanford.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bad. Yeah. This might have been the worst game that Notre Dame's played since the last time they lost in week 2.
Yeah, Louisville did the same thing the other week. They kind of struggle with Boston College, too, for whatever reason.
Guess who didn't struggle with Boston College?
Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson and really anybody else that played them.
Yeah. So anyway, the debate's going around now about if Notre Dame wins out and Miami wins out, who gets in the playoffs, at large bid. Because Notre Dame obviously doesn't play in a conference, and Miami's not going to win the ACC because they're probably not going to even make it there to have a chance to do it. So there's a lot of debate about that. I don't know how. Forget who you think the better team is. That's irrelevant. I don't know how you put Notre Dame in ahead of Miami when Miami wins the tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker.
If you have two lost teams and they played each other, there's no simpler answer.
Well, you would think so, but there's still people arguing the other way.
That's insane.
Well, this might get taken care of because Pitt's looking good. Miami's got Pitt, as well as Georgia Tech.
And Notre Dame. Pitt plays Notre Dame and Miami.
That is true. Pitt plays both these teams, so it's probably they're going to beat one of them.
Pitt has a crazy schedule to end the year. They play Notre Dame, then Georgia Tech, then Miami. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But that would be wild because Miami can't make the ACC title. So if they were to make the playoffs, they would get in over whoever the ACC runner-up was, which would seem fucked. Because they would be getting punished for playing their conference title game, which they say is against the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to believe that it's not going to matter. I think Notre Dame will win out and probably get in the playoffs. I don't think that Miami will win out.
No, I don't either.
So I think that'll take care of itself as well.
Especially with, did y'all talk about Carson Beck throwing his own coaches under the bus?
Oh, dude, there's nobody he won't blame.
No, I didn't. What happened there?
You didn't hear that? Oh my God, he said, they kept calling the same play over and over. I just execute the play that's called.
Well, I don't know if that's throwing them. That's not necessarily throwing them under the bus if that's true.
It's just that you can't come out. Your starting quarterback shouldn't come and make excuses like that.
Well, I wouldn't think anything of it had he not thrown some of his players under the bus in the previous loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, he threw Georgia under the bus when he first got to Miami this year too. He's got a. You know what? Now that you say this, this is a pattern with him. He's got a pattern of throwing people under the bus other than himself. I mean, he threw his ex-girlfriend under the bus too.
Yeah.
He's not a leader or a role model.
Yeah.
Fuck Carson Beck, man.
Yeah. I'm glad he's failing. I never liked him.
Well, we know why you don't like him. It's because he used to wear a Georgia helmet. That's why I don't like him.
And then a Miami helmet.
Yeah, that's like
worse.
Yeah, for you, that's like, I mean, God, you're raging over that.
He needs to go to Syracuse next.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going anywhere next.
Far-fetched either. I don't think he's going to get drafted.
He doesn't have any eligibility.
He'll get drafted. Come on.
He doesn't have any eligibility left?
No, and he will get drafted. You think Carson Beck's going to go undrafted? There's no way.
Yeah.
No, he'll get drafted.
Yeah, he'll get picked up in maybe the 6th round. Somewhere in there.
No. I think he'll go higher than that. I'm not saying he's a 1st or 2nd round guy, but I'd be shocked if he fell further than the 4th or 5th round. I don't know. I don't care. You know what? I don't care. Right. So, but all right, moving on. Virginia at Cal. Virginia, another win. All they do is win. Where's my man at? Where's Wahoo Brad at? When people talk about Virginia in 2025, what do they say about them? All they do is win.
Win no matter what.
Win no matter what. Boy, they are the king of close games.
Yeah, we need them to lose.
Well, that complicates things to an infinite degree if they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which they play Duke and Wake Forest on the way out. So.
Yeah.
In North Carolina, but I mean, come on.
That's right.
But who knows?
But I don't know. I mean, some people thought that they're due to lose a game. They've had all these close games. They got to travel out to Cal, cross country trip. This might be the game they slip up on. They win by 10 points.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good doing it.
Impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive. I mean, it's not week 5 anymore. I mean, they could just continue to win each week.
Yeah, a lot of teams shit the bed in the first week of November.
Yeah, they do. They look like dog shit.
Yeah.
First week in November.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the words of the great Dabo Sweeney, winning is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. This is real hard, okay?
Yeah.
It's not a.
I mean, you guys are mad at me because I'm 3-5, but fucking winning is hard. What's wrong with y'all?
It's
Jeez,
not a
man.
cool feeling either how they have also lost to NC State, but it doesn't count for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fault them for that. I mean,
I don't either, but it just sucks. It
does suck, but they could have played Southwest North State Tech, and they didn't. So, I mean, but it is going to make me mad if we don't make the ACC title game. They do.
Yeah.
Anyway, Virginia's in the driver's seat in the ACC, which I can't believe in week 11 that we're saying that right now, but it's a reality.
We're all looking up to them.
Yeah.
I mean, we are.
Go Wahoos. Louisville at Virginia Tech. Louisville, another hot team in the ACC, just continues to win just like Virginia Tech does. I mean, just like Virginia does. That was a Freudian slip there when I said that. Louisville just continues to win 28-16 over Virginia Tech in Blacksburg. I'm looking. I did not see this game, so I can't really comment on what exactly happened. But I'm looking at the stats here, and Miller Moss with 136 yards. Did they just take him out at halftime or something?
It's funny you say that because I think my power ranking video comes out tomorrow. I said the exact same thing. Did he get hurt for a half? Is he suspended for a half? I have no idea.
I don't either. Where's my Louisville people at here?
Yeah, Chops or whatever. He comes around our.
Yeah, he was just in here a minute ago.
Yeah, he needs to tell us.
Tell us what happened. He says Miller Moss sucks. Oh, because he just sucked then. Okay. so he didn't get taken out. He just sucks. All right, I got you. Boy.
He was there physically.
Well, I mean, we got a quarterback that sucks too, but they still lose. I mean, what's your secret? How do you have a quarterback that sucks and you keep winning?
Yeah. This is bizarre. Haynes King had 500 yards of offense. We got our asses kicked.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave Brown is also a Louisville fan. That's right. Anyway, Louisville continues to press on here, and in my opinion, and of course, there's still a lot of football left to be played, so this is just a prediction, just based on what I've seen so far. I have a feeling we're going to see Virginia and Louisville meet each other in Charlotte. That's my prediction.
No.
As a matter of fact, this might even hurt your feelings any worse, but I think it's more likely that if it's not one of those two teams, you can swap one of those teams with Pittsburgh before you do with Georgia Tech.
Oh, come on.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I actually think you're right.
You guys are bugging. We're going to beat Pittsburgh.
Well, I know you want that, and I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying out of those four teams, I think Georgia Tech is the fourth most likely one to make it to Charlotte. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that's the case, it'll be because of tiebreakers or whatever, not because we didn't beat Pitt.
Well, I don't care about tiebreakers. I'm just talking. I mean, I'm talking about the end result.
We're totally going to beat Pitt.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Yeah, this isn't a therapy session. This is the ACC show. Although I did spend the first 30 minutes of this show having a therapy session, so I guess I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is a therapy session.
Yeah. Well. Speaking of therapy sessions, Duke at Clemson. I would love to come on here and pretend like I was surprised about this, but I wasn't. Matter of fact, I pretty much told all of you last week. I don't know why anybody would expect Clemson to win this game or definitely not cover the 3.5 points they were favored by at home. And now I was surprised that the offense came out and put over 550 yards of offense. Cade Klubnik had his best day. They ran the ball with multiple running backs, and they ran it well for the first time all year. But the defense was non-existent. I mean, they didn't play well against SMU either. I mean, they played bad against SMU. This is the worst defensive performance by Clemson all year and maybe in many years.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time you gave up 46?
Well, that's definitely probably happened sometime in the last 2 or 3 years, but it's not even the amount of points they gave up, it's how they gave it up. It's mind-blowing to me how bad they were.
Yeah.
That was a hugely from a neutral standpoint, that was a hugely entertaining game.
Of course.
Clemson did get screwed on that no call though. And you know what surprised me though is that they had the same call called on them the next drive, and it seems like one of those things where you let it slide as a kind of makeup call.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. I thought that was kind of bullshit, but I mean, it is what it is.
The reason I don't sit around and blame the calls, and there were some bad calls, but the reason I don't blame it on that is because the amount of wide open receivers and busted coverages I saw in this game were enough for them to lose this game without bad calls.
Yeah.
It just was. And by the way, Mensa, the quarterback for Duke, was playing on one leg the whole game. Well, so was Klubnik, but I mean.
Was that an epidemic last Saturday of one-legged quarterbacks?
Yeah, we had a lot of one-legged quarterbacks.
Dang.
Klubnik did play his best game. I'm not putting this on him. The offense, actually, this is the best they've looked all year. And it wasn't just because I know Duke's defense is not great, but it wasn't just that Duke had a bad defense. I mean, the Clemson's played a lot of defenses worse than Duke's this year and still couldn't do shit. So they actually executed on offense this time and scored 45 points, but it just wasn't enough. So
that video you put out today where Dabo wrote to whatever the official's office is, was that about this game?
No, he's saying each week in the ACC, each coach is allowed to submit 10 grievances as far as calls go that they'll review.
Right, and then one had 5. What game was that where they, he can't tell you.
Well, he can't tell you. Yeah, I believe it was the SMU game, but of course he can't say. So...
Can you just start paying the fines and being like, I mean, this is bullshit. Whatever, I got my checkbook out and I'm going to talk about this.
Well, his point was that they admit that they make all these bad calls, but then there's no repercussions for it. They just go, "Oh, sorry," you know.
Well, it's also there's not a lick of transparency to it.
Yeah, that's another thing you said. Yeah, I played. I don't know. You must have got on here late. I played the entire thing by him earlier, and we talked about it.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So I'm not going to get into that again, but so Clemson loses another one, 3-5. Most likely not making a bowl game now. They need a minor miracle in order to make a bowl game. It's just it's just an unbelievably bad season for Clemson. I can't even really put it into words. So there it is. And we'll talk about them in a minute when we talk about next week. Pittsburgh at Stanford. Pitt wins 35-20 over Stanford. Another good performance by Pittsburgh across the country in Cali land. Anybody got anything to say about this other than the fact that Pittsburgh is still alive and kicking and looking good? They are on an absolute hot streak right now.
I think they're the best team in the conference.
It might be.
Right now.
Might be.
They're overblown.
Nah, dude. If there was one team I had to get through like we do for Pitt wouldn't be the one I'd choose. They'd be the last one I'd choose to need a win against, especially if you're Georgia Tech.
I would say Louisville.
Their quarterback
we never
for
can beat
136 yards a game right now.
We could never beat Louisville. Yeah, well, what's ours throwing for, huh? That's what I thought.
Hensel's throwing for 380 or whatever is what I'm saying.
Well, what they did? Haynes King's better. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I agree with Rec Talk here. I think it's going to come down probably to Pittsburgh. Who I think right now the two best teams in the ACC are probably Pittsburgh and Louisville. That doesn't mean that's the two teams that are going to meet in the championship game. Obviously, we talked about the other two teams that are alive in there. But Pittsburgh's on an absolute tear right now.
We got them right where we want them. Nobody thinks we're going to beat them. Everybody thinks we're overrated and exposed. We're going to be, we're the underdogs. We're just little Georgia Tech. But guess what? It'll be Haynes King last game at home. And we got a home winning streak, by the way. We play way better at home than we do on the road. Pittsburgh's going down.
All right.
Now, can you explain this one to me, Mr. Sea Dog, since you have been running around beating your chest and shaming all of us who picked against Wake Forest 3 weeks ago in some random game? How in the fuck did they lose to Florida State 42-7?
Look, man. ACC is a deep conference. Anybody can beat anybody. I think this really just shows the strength of the conference.
Yeah, right.
And also, if you pick Wake Forest to win, you're going to be right more often than you're wrong.
What's their record?
He doesn't even know.
Like 5-3 or something.
So you'll be right 60% of the time.
I'm gonna be the one with the last laugh once Wake Forest knocks off Virginia,
I think it's possible.
and punches our ticket to the ACC championship.
That doesn't punch our ticket, but
Well,
it would help.
it's what's gonna happen. Wake Forest is taking down Virginia. I'm calling it.
Honestly, thinking about it, we might need Virginia to win out because I think head-to-heads might favor us better, but I'd have to look at it. Anyway.
Oh, you're saying like...
Rick, I told him earlier, I was like, you and Rick are sitting around with your TI-83 calculators trying to figure out how Georgia Tech's going to make it to Charlotte with all these damn tiebreakers.
It's called copium. Yeah, it's
we
called
were
copium
doing that before we had lost a game because we both figured we were going to lose a game.
Yeah. We're like, let's get ahead of this and see what kind of fucked we're going to be in a few weeks. We only had to wait 1 week.
It's not like... I don't know. I don't think that we need Virginia to win out. I don't think that's right.
Well, you haven't got the calculator out yet to figure it out. So you got to let Rick go home and do the nerd work for you, and then he'll tell you what's going on.
We really should. Yeah. I'm going to be cheering. Look, I'm going to be cheering for Boston College here this week. I'm going to be cheering for Cal.
Okay, here we go. So we'll do this week's games. SMU at Boston College. SMU is still technically mathematically alive. They need a lot more help than even Georgia Tech does, I think, at this point. Do they? They've got you've got the same amount of conference losses.
They just have one conference
loss, and their strength of opponent record is going to be very good, I would think.
Yeah.
We need them to lose.
Well, it's not going to be this week. It's not going to be this week because they're playing Boston College.
No, wait a minute. You just called your shot 7 seconds ago, and SMU's going down.
Oh, Slim. I've been waiting for your return.
I've been sitting here for like 2 or 3 minutes.
I've been waiting for your return.
Well, in the words of the great Bill...
work till almost 7 o'clock. It is what it is.
In the words of the great Bill O'Brien, Bill O'Brien said he doesn't know what's wrong with this team and he doesn't know how to fix it. So I believe him.
Yeah.
Hey, Slim. What happened to your lock of the week where Wake Forest was going to lose to SMU? What happened to that?
Are you back on this again?
What do you mean back on this again? I never got to gloat because you were absent last week. That I was right about Wake Forest beating SMU.
You waited till they got their ass beat by Florida State. Now it doesn't.
Yeah. Don't think I'm gonna let it slip though.
Yeah, this guy's right once, and he's gonna hold on to that forever and run it to the ground.
I'm right. I don't do anything but be right.
But every time Miami loses, everybody comes on my show. You should see it, Slim. If, like when you're at work and I'm doing the midday show, or I'm doing the ACC show, everybody's in the chat going, "Where's Slim? Is he hiding?" I'm like, have you guys not been listening to the show for the past 5 years?
Yeah, right. Like I'm actually going to go somewhere.
He's not hiding from anybody. I promise you that.
Except for me when Wake Forest handles business against the Ponies.
Yeah. He didn't show up because Wake Forest won a game. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm going to run and hide because Wake Forest beat somebody.
I'd be embarrassed too if my lock of the week was an utter failure.
What's embarrassing is...
Actually, my first lock of the week that week was right because I said Miami would cover the 29 against Stanford, and they did. So you can eat a whole bowl of dicks.
Look, man, nobody cares about
we all
Miami.
Get 2 locks of the week when one of them doesn't work.
Yeah.
The most embarrassing thing is that Sea-Dog is trying to run around convincing everybody that Wake Forest is some kind of powerhouse.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Look, man.
Because
Clawson isn't there anymore, right?
Look, man, Wake Forest is going to be the ones that knock out Virginia.
He's doubling down on this. He's
going to knock off Virginia.
He's even more than doubling down. He's tripling and quadrupling down at this point.
I am. They're going to come through for me. They're going to come through for me. I know it. They already beat SMU, which we needed. They're going to take down Virginia next.
Octuple?
Would be Sept, Oct, and then I don't know what
Sept.
Is it?
I don't know.
Whatever you're doing, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'm hitching my wagon.
Some would even say you're doing too much.
God, you're hitching your wagon on the Wake Forest, though. That's the sad part.
The Wake train. Is it the sad? Because my locks of the week perform extremely well, while yours, you have to hide, okay, and come back the next week.
Your lock of the week was one time.
All right. Well, who the fuck is playing?
There's wait a minute. One of us has multiple mental breakdown videos on YouTube, and one of us doesn't.
Well, I can't hate on that. I've had plenty of those.
Just because I record mine.
Yeah.
I come on here instead.
Fan, coming from a Miami fan, there's no shortage of Miami fans melting down on YouTube either.
Okay, but you can't find me doing it.
And also, I didn't even have a mental breakdown over the NC State game. I've had mental breakdowns before, but god dang lost a freaking Bowling Green. So what am I supposed to do?
I mean, I saved my mustache over it though.
I created
like an adult.
I created a new drinking game at my house that consists of one contestant, and that's me. Every time I watch a Sea Dog video and he says the word "freaking," I take a shot.
Go back and watch my
Freaking Haynes King steps back, man.
That is a lot of shots.
I know. That's why I do it.
I try to keep it PG. If you want to see the alternative, go back and watch my very first video.
No, if you want to see the alternative, watch a live game stream of Wreck and Sea Dog. It's very not PG.
No, I enjoy those.
Right.
I didn't say they weren't entertaining. I just said they're not PG.
We have certain rituals that we feel give us an edge. Okay.
With your shirts off.
I think edge is the wrong choice of words in this situation.
We got the Riley Reid faces.
Oh Lord.
Making me believe.
All right, so SMU is going to beat the ever-living hell out of Boston College, so they'll stay alive in this race here. Let's move on to more.
Oh man, SMU lost to fucking Wake Forest, so they might not beat Boston College.
Oh no, don't get Sea Dog upset.
What? Wait, what?
I live to upset Sea Dog.
What did you say? I wasn't.
He just said SMU might lose this week to Boston College because SMU lost to Wake Forest.
One doesn't correlate with the other, but my Boston College Eagles are definitely beating SMU this week to knock them out of the ACC championship race.
There you go.
Meanwhile, you better watch out for dang, you better watch out for dang Syracuse and make sure they don't beat you in November again there, bud.
Oh look, so the rankings are on right now. I'm not really concerned with it because it's the first rankings, but Miami comes in at 18, Georgia Tech 17. Look at that.
Oh God.
That was
Louisville
December,
15.
Bud. Might want to check the calendar.
17.
What are you talking about? I'm looking at the live college football playoff rankings on TV right now, not the AP poll. Louisville 15. Virginia 14.
Damn, they hate the ACC.
I just saw 4 ACC teams in the last few rankings.
Utah number 13. What in the world? Utah over Virginia? Come on, man.
The Utes.
Why wouldn't Utah be over? Utah's undefeated.
Utah's not undefeated. They have 2 losses. And they're over 2 one-loss ACC.
I'm thinking of BYU.
What in the hell?
Yeah, Utah over Virginia.
Pittsburgh is actually on there too, 24 right now.
So there's 5.
I do like this is kind of this is the one thing that Miami fans are latching on to that I do agree with. And that was on Sports Center. They went on like a 5-minute diatribe on how Notre Dame should be ranked above Miami, which makes 0 sense whatsoever.
Where was Chops says that Pitt was at 24. That's So that's Oklahoma at 12. So hold on, Louisville, Virginia, Miami, Georgia Tech, and Pitt. There's 5 teams in the top 25 in the ACC.
Crazy. The disrespect for the ACC right here.
Yeah, Roger Dodger, 2 Utes. They don't even know what you're talking about.
Utah, Oklahoma, and Texas, all with 2 losses, all above every one-loss ACC
I know
team.
my cousin Benny.
What is 2 Utes? 2 Utes.
I'm sorry. You. You were serious about that?
Can I get an explanation on what a Ute is?
Yeah, it's an engine. 11 Texas.
They got so many 2-loss teams over the 1-loss ACC teams. Why?
Well, you know why, Sea Dog.
That's crazy. Notre Dame at 10? What in the world? What are they
How is
doing?
Notre Dame at 10, dude?
That's crazy.
That is a little bit weird. No, that's the first one I've seen that's really
Like
egregious.
Notre Dame is a 2-loss team with a loss to a team ranked 8 spots behind them.
Yeah.
That is insane. That is insane. And Notre Dame has an easy schedule outside of the Miami and Texas A&M game.
Yeah,
which they
B-Bean, I
lost
just
both
said
of
that.
them. Unbelievable.
B-Bean posted the actual Webster's Dictionary description of a Ute. But it's exactly what I said it was.
An engine. Okay,
He's-
I mean, I
he just had-
legitimately didn't know. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the feather on their helmet should have been a dead giveaway.
Yeah, it should have been.
Whatever.
But in today's world, everyone gets offended about everything. It's a fair question, Slim. So.
This is
Why did
this
they
is
get to have that? Because Syracuse had to change their mascot to a fruit over this.
I don't know. I mean, Seminoles still have theirs. That's the same reason. I mean, I think the Utes is an actual tribe.
Well, and
Like the
Florida
Seminoles
State
are.
has permission from the Seminole Nation too.
I guess
so-
the Utes. I guess the Utes have given permission to Utah too. I don't know.
The Braves used to have Nakahoma, and he would be an outfit.
Yeah, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as the Atlanta Braves tribe, unfortunately.
There is. Dude,
Well, you are seeing a lot of this start to revert though, because the Redskins are going back to being the Redskins.
Oregon at 9. No, they're not. Oregon at 9, 7-1.
it's an exclusive club, and we're not.
I don't know who told you that, Slim, but I seriously doubt it.
that one is a little,
Man. We are not in it, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah, they've already given the middle finger to you, so you may as well just go ahead and pack it up and go home.
To me,
Should Notre Dame
To
be
Georgia
top
Tech.
3 spots?
if we went out, we'll be in.
I mean, that kind of proves my point though, that it's a brand power bias, and I mean Notre Dame is
Yes.
arguably the biggest brand in college football.
Let me ask. Well, Robert says I don't think Tennessee should be ranked. Were they? I missed the first half of this.
Yeah, they're 25 at 6-3.
They were 25 in the CFP ranking.
Yes.
Oh my God. There you go. Texas. I agree with this. Texas Tech at 8. BYU at 7.
Yeah. that's
BYU's
fine.
undefeated. So how many one-loss teams are going to be ahead of BYU?
Yeah, what makes the Big 12 so damn special, where their one-loss teams are in the top 10, but all of ours can't crack the damn top 15? What the hell?
I blame it on you. I think it's because they watched your videos. Ole Miss
I think
at
they
6.
watched Sea-Dog's Twitter where he's got like a one-man beef going with the Big 12.
There you go. There's
know.
So here we go. Watch. I think 4 out of the final 6 is going to be SEC and 2 Big Ten, right? So Ole Miss at 6.
Georgia at 5.
Indiana and Ohio State will both be in the top 5. So who's the other
will
3?
be.
Georgia,
Georgia, Alabama. at 4.
Alabama.
Shit.
There's Georgia at 5.
Texas A&M at 3.
Yeah, A&M. That's the other one I was thinking of.
It's got
Yeah.
to be Indiana.
Oh, Georgia 5, Alabama 4, A&M 3. Then it's going to be Ohio State and Indiana. So there you go.
They'll have Indiana, Ohio State, though. They'll have Ohio State 1.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't, but they will.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
they cut it off.
There's a lot of things wrong with this poll playoff poll here.
Why is anybody surprised?
Yeah, Indiana's at 2. So that's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of overreaction is going to come after this. I mean, there's already some happening right now on the show, but I think, it's just, I can't wait later tonight to go on Twitter and just watch the absolute stupidity that's spewed all over that social media network there.
I'm gonna spew some myself.
As if Twitter doesn't have enough stupidity as it is.
Well, it's not even just
Pissed.
them. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Twitter. It's going to be on Instacart.
I don't.
I'm
Yeah.
never delivering another grocery again after
Yeah.
this poll.
Yeah, she delivered my food 5 minutes late. She must be a Ute.
That's SEC bias on my carrots. I can see it.
Oh, so there you go. Oh. I love how they treat these rankings like they're doing some kind of gender reveal. So just show us the fucking rankings. We don't need a 2-hour show to do it.
They got to fill that. They got to fill that 24 hours of airtime.
I
don't
mean,
get why the shit ass teams from the Big 12 are in above ours. What makes Texas Tech so damn good at 8-1, but not Virginia?
you were right. Ohio State got ranked number 1.
Makes no damn sense.
I knew.
Yeah,
There is some validity to brand power, man.
I know, but here's the problem. I'm gonna start that sounding like Dabo Swinney about the officiating thing here in a minute, but you've got to be objective here. I mean, if you're being given the responsibility and the task to rank these teams, you've got to take the logo off the helmet.
Yeah.
And just rank them based on what they've done and who they are. And I'm telling you right now, Indiana's been more impressive this year than Ohio State. That does not mean that Indiana's better than Ohio State. But to this point, they have been more impressive. They just have.
Also, they're 9-0 while Ohio State is 8-0. And they've got the win over Oregon.
Yeah, on the road, they blew them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
The way that they have it now.
Win than Indiana over Oregon?
Speaking of controversy, I can't believe that Rick has neglected to bring this up. But I got in a bit of controversy with Rick's BFF, number 2 BFF.
You got dog walked on Twitter by Tim. Yeah.
I didn't get dog. He sounds like a complete fucking moron trying to say that Miami has a national championship caliber roster.
And he's essentially now I've seen a few of his tweets. I haven't seen all of them, but I'm getting the feeling that he's kind of like putting Mario's head on the chopping block. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Mario, dude, did you see the fucking? No, did you see this dude put out a tweet that was like 12 books of the New Testament all in one tweet?
About Mario?
Yeah.
He tweeted it at Mario, at Ron DeSantis, at Donald Trump. he's wanting Donald Trump, Dana White, and somebody else. Yeah. And probably Elon Musk too, to step in and buy out Mario's contract.
Do you realize arguing with Touchdown Tim is like arguing with Edward?
Yes, but he says such stupid things that I can't help myself sometimes.
No, it would be if Edward knew football, yeah.
If Edward knew ball, yeah.
Listen,
that's funny.
Tim knows about as much ball as Edward.
He'll surprise you with what he knows, dude.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Miami has a national championship caliber roster, and that was proven in the first 5 weeks of the year.
I mean, he knows.
Fuck, it wasn't.
He knows how to crank it to Sydney Sweeney's red carpet pictures. That's what he knows how to do.
Yes, he does. But I said this before the year started, that Miami's roster, they've got like the number 12 roster in the country. It's not even top 10 yet. No, we don't have a national championship caliber roster.
Well, I do think that you have one of the better rosters in the country. I think he's right about that. But the over
it's like number 11 or 12.
I do think it's a massive. There's a massive overreaction to the coaching situation in Miami.
What did he say to you, Slim, though, when you tried to argue with him? He responded like something. This guy is a complete retard.
Yeah, something like that.
He got you.
No, he really didn't, because he didn't read at all what I said, and that was my reply to it. Was
he read enough?
Obviously you don't read English, and that's apparently not your strong suit.
He's a writer and editor of a very established sports site.
Yeah, the Touchdown Tim site. Yeah.
How could you say that?
Exactly how I just did.
I mean, this guy basically.
Listen, you need to stop encouraging mental illness. That's what you're doing, sir.
Well, dude, I live mental illness, so I mean, I can relate to Tim. I mean,
Yeah,
you know how
listen,
mentally ill
I live mental.
sit through what I have with Texas.
I do as well, but listen. I have a certain level of stupid that I will not broach, and he's gone well beyond that.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm a betting man, and 100% of the people on this panel right now are fucking mentally ill.
I agree.
Yeah.
But guess
Whatever
what?
whatever mental illness that causes you to be right all the time is what I got.
Well,
I still don't think that Mario Cristobal's contract should be bought out. Like, if you can't see with your two eyes that Miami's program is in a better spot than it was 4 years ago when he took over.
Well, see, this is the thing about Touchdown Tim. I mean, 2 weeks ago he was talking about Miami's going to go, 100-0 and win the national title, and now he's talking about firing his head coach.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Dude, that's like last year, and then Buckeyes thing, and then by these days after the Syracuse loss, and then I had that stream where I read an article because they talked about terrorism and
Robot Wreck.
It was great.
Yeah, Robo Wreck over here.
yeah, you're breaking up there for a second.
Oh, I sound like a robot.
You sound fine
There
now.
you go.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Looks like you went through a bad spot.
And I was just yelling about some shit.
Yeah, he may listen. Touchdown
Well, I just
Tim
got
may or
back.
may not be a member of Al Qaeda. We can neither confirm nor deny.
All right.
Well, he thinks all of Miami's coaching staff is. That's his thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And he thinks Mario has CTE. He calls him CTE Cristobal.
Yeah.
You know what? He might actually have it.
But
Let's not make fun of that. I mean,
there's one person he will never turn to help, and he said that is AOC. He will never fucking ask her for help.
he'll never ask you, well, who would?
I mean, I may ask her for head, but not help. I mean, she ain't bad to look at. I'll give her that.
Right, yeah. All right, let's move on to Syracuse and Miami. Syracuse at Miami. Good thing for Miami is they have to play Syracuse this week, and they're absolute dog shit. So there is that. Touchdown Tim probably, after watching the way that Miami's going to put an absolute beatdown on Syracuse, he'll be he'll be changing his tune. But I got to ask you a question. Another game at Miami. What do y'all have, 10 home games this year? What the fuck?
Well, we talked about that before the season started. Like, they didn't even leave the state of Florida until
last week.
They went to Dallas.
Yeah.
And by the way, I said preseason, that was the game I felt that I picked as a win preseason that I felt the least confident about.
All right, but another home game at Miami. I mean, so how many home games actually are there? 9?
No, I think there's 7.
No. The math ain't
7?
mathing.
I think there's 7 or 8.
There's got to be at least 8.
Well, you have to figure the Florida State game was in Tallahassee. That wasn't at home.
I know, but we're to week 11.
Well, they also finished with 2 straight road games.
Y'all got so the Notre Dame game was in Miami, but that was considered a neutral site game, which is weird. Right?
Yeah.
Is that where it came from? The extra you have one extra home game.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, another game in Miami. Shocker.
Yeah. Like you said, Syracuse is terrible. They're probably going to – I mean, unless Miami decides to pack it in for the year, which I doubt. But there's always that possibility. And listen, I've harped on this all year. Miami's played undisciplined. Now, it's not going to necessarily matter against Syracuse because they're so bad. But unless they figure out how to play more disciplined football, this shit's going to continue.
Yeah. You'll win. You'll beat Syracuse. They're just absolutely terrible. Duke at UConn. Duke will win this game big. Although UConn has been actually a lot better than I thought they would be this year. This game's in Connecticut. I don't think that matters. Duke coming off a big win against Clemson. Will there be a hangover there? Maybe. I still think Duke wins the game. I don't know if they cover, though. Hold on. We lost Rec Talk. Here he is.
Hey.
Phil. There you go. Is anybody picking UConn to win this game?
No. How many ACC teams do they play this year? Every week they're playing someone.
Yeah, it does. They're like the Notre Dame. I mean,
I don't know. You don't just walk into Pratt and Whitney Stadium.
He's right, though. I feel like they played like 5 ACC teams already this year, or 4 or 5.
I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
And that's the same thing Notre Dame does, and Notre Dame gets all this credit. They ranked them 10. UConn should be ranked.
They should be. They've played Syracuse, Boston College, Duke. So they've got 3 ACC teams.
How many has Notre Dame played? 4?
I think they're contractually obligated to play 5, aren't they?
Well, it's different every year. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6. I think it's a minimum of 4, but the way their schedule works out, they usually play 5.
So they play Miami, NC State, Boston College, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. So
that's 6.
Stanford they played anyways, though.
Yeah. Still 6 ACC games.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, Duke's going to beat UConn. Stanford at North Carolina. North Carolina coming off a victory.
Yeah.
How about that?
A team that's quarterback was so bad, they started a freshman walk-on lacrosse player.
Boy, Bill Belichick went back to his house in Chapel Hill, or his Airbnb with his girlfriend after that big win, his first ACC win, and this is what he said to her.
You tell me, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who's your daddy now?
How did you get that recording of Bill?
I got connections, you know.
You talked to Torres, huh?
Yeah. This is is this the Kale Hall shitter of the week? I haven't gone on there and made my picks week, but this should be it.
I want to know how they have the nerve to charge $29 for this game.
Look, I mean, McDonald's is charging $10 for a Big Mac. I mean, it's called inflation.
I suppose, but you could go watch. I'd rather watch Cal at Louisville for $9.
Well, I would too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the thrifty.
I mean, who do they think they are?
I don't know, dude.
Charging $29. They should pay me $29 to watch that game.
Well, it is on the CW network where you can watch it for less than free. So.
Oh yeah, how am I going to watch that? Because I got ESPN Unlimited because of this bullshit with YouTube.
Why do you guys keep just refusing to change streaming services? I don't understand this. So, are you loyal to YouTube TV for some reason?
No, not anymore. I will say I like YouTube TV's platform and interface. I think it's the best.
I just don't. Everyone's like, well, fuck this. If I can't get it on YouTube TV, I'm just not going to get it anywhere. Fuck them all. I'm like, well, there's like 5 other ones. A lot of people. I'm like, what? There's like 5 other streaming services you can get these games on, right? Like for less money too. So what are you crying about?
Well, I want to cry a little bit.
I mean, I understand complaining for 5 minutes, like every woman does, but eventually you get over it and move on and go find an alternative route.
That's society today. People don't know what to do with themselves if they don't have something to complain about.
You're 100% right about that. Yeah.
I did immediately do something else. What are you talking about? How do you think I watched UNC and Syracuse play?
Well, what'd you get?
I got ESPN Unlimited.
Yeah, so that doesn't give you any games on all the other channels that games are on, CBS and ABC, right?
Well, what I was hoping is, like, my YouTube TV billing cycle runs up at the end of the month. So I'm hoping between now and then something gets worked out. If not, I'll get Hulu, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm going to cry about it, and I'm going to call you, specifically you.
You don't have to call me. Call Hulu or call Fubo or call fucking Sling or whoever the hell.
I was like, oh my God, Pete, this is terrible. I don't know what to do, man.
This is somehow all Pete's fault. The fact that YouTube TV is not carrying ESPN or ABC anymore is now Pigskin Pete's fault.
I just need to listen to me. I don't even need him to. I don't need you to solve anything for me, Pete. I just need you to listen.
I saw somebody on Twitter today. He's like, fuck all these streaming services. We go through this every year, which, by the way, Hulu's never gone through this before because Disney owns Hulu. So this has literally never happened with Hulu. As I've had it for 3 years. But he's like, fuck them all. They're all greedy. I'm getting a jailbroke Fire Stick. That's the way I'm going to do it from now on. I'm like, okay. I mean, have fun with that. Like, who cares what you're like? Slim's right. People just want to complain about everything.
Piracy is the answer.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. Hey, not only am I going to do something illegal, I'm going to post about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how most criminals are caught these days because people are stupid enough to post their crimes on the internet.
Yeah, that is, you know what? That's true. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with piracy.
Hey, I'm about to go rob this bank, but I'm going to put it on the gram for some likes.
I mean, I'm an old school pirate, man. Like I was on Napster back in the day.
Napster,
yeah, dude.
Oh God.
We could get a boat and really be pirates. Yeah, I mean,
could be
the icon for it.
All right, so who's picking?
Exactly.
Who are y'all picking to win this game? Stanford at North Carolina. This is a turd bowl game here. I gotta believe that Stanford wins this game. I'm not buying into the North Carolina finally won a game, so Bill Belichick's figured bullshit out. I think Stanford's better. So
no, man, Stanford lost to Miami, so that shows how down bad they really are.
Yeah,
like North Carolina would have beat us.
No, they wouldn't.
We always managed to lose to North Carolina.
Stanford's winning this game.
I like Stanford in this game, but I don't know, man. I think it'll be tight, but yeah.
Chop says that North Carolina's on a run. You know what? You got to go with the hot team, right? The one-win team.
I'm going to.
Let's go.
I'm going to watch every second of this game.
Yeah, but doesn't Stanford have like 3 wins? Like they have triple the amount of wins as North Carolina.
Yeah, give me Stanford. I think they're just better.
That's what I said.
What time is this game? Is this?
It's at 4:30. With the listen. It's not only the worst game of the week in the ACC. It's on the worst time at 4:30 and on the worst network, the CW.
Damn.
I mean, they've done everything to possibly make nobody watch this game other than C-Dog, who's going to watch every second of it.
I'm going to watch every second of it.
Damn, UNC's a 7.5 point favorite. That's fucking crazy.
Give me Stanford.
Yeah. Easy money. Free money.
I'm going to put the title to my truck on the game. Anybody?
Tell me what your No, my lock of the week is yet to come.
Where can
Yet to discuss my lock
Where can I bet
week.
the title of my truck on this game?
Let's go talk.
He's throwing down the pink slip.
My lock of the week is coming. Don't worry.
All right. Well, look, Stanford's going to win this game. Let's go to C-Dog's lock.
It'll be the last game.
Oh, okay. See, that's too easy to figure out. We see who that is.
Yeah, just for that, make that the next game, just to fuck with C-Dog now.
You're not going to pick Wake over Virginia as your lock?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he is saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I'm just looking on ESPN. It's like the third of the last one was.
Oh yeah, well he's looking at the ACC show screen that's on right now.
Show.
All right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Cal at Louisville. Primetime game, night game in the Ville, as they call it.
Yeah, Louisville's winning that easily.
That's right, because I live in Somerville, and they call Somerville the Ville around here.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. They do?
They do, the Ville. I live in the Ville.
They don't call it L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium?
Is that what it's called?
Look at it. Yeah, you can see it on the side there.
Oh.
L&N.
Jeez, that's brutal. Yeah.
Anyway, Louisville big.
Yeah. Second patootie duty sucks.
Night game, too.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Clemson, they got to play the hottest team in the ACC right now.
This blows my mind that Clemson's Clemson's been favored in every game this year they've played. Every one. They're 3-5.
Yeah, more bad news for Clemson. They got to play them at home.
I think they've only covered one spread all year, and I think that was against Boston College. So,
I mean, Miami's been favored in almost every game this year too.
Florida State. Do you guys know who averages the most yards on offense per game in the entire ACC?
Florida State.
Florida State does.
I think it's Florida State. Yeah.
Do you know who gives up the most yards per game in the ACC?
Florida State.
No, I think it's Clemson. I don't know that I might be wrong about that.
Georgia Tech's got to be up there.
No, I think Clemson's worse than them.
Huh?
I don't know. What's Florida State's record? I honestly don't know.
4-4.
Nate says Vegas loves Clemson. You know what it is? Vegas knows there's a lot of idiots out there who don't know shit about football and just see that Clemson paw and bet on them if they're a small favorite at home.
You know what?
That's what it is.
As dumb as Dabo is, I think Mike Norvell is dumber. Give me Clemson.
I like Clemson in this game.
Why? Why?
Really impressive.
Why would you like Clemson in this game?
Just because
I think Mike Norvell's dumber than Dabo.
Like, yeah, they beat Wake Forest by a bunch. Who gives a crap? Like,
I do. I think
all of these explanations I'm seeing in the chat room make zero sense to me. First of all, Eddie says Clemson pulls this one out. You've been saying that for the past 4 weeks. They haven't done it. Well, Dave actually has a pretty good point there. He says UPS plane crash. That might be the only thing that sways the game. Sid says because Florida State sucks. Guess what, sir? I got bad news for you. So does Clemson.
Yeah, but you have twice as many ACC wins as they do.
See, that's right there the kicker for me. Florida State can win a non-con game, but they can't win a conference game because the ACC is such a gauntlet. So Clemson big.
I don't know. This might be a worse game than Stanford and North Carolina. This probably is the shitter of the week, if I had to guess.
Clemson hasn't won a home game against a Power 4 team since the first week of October of 2024. I'll just leave that there.
Wow.
Yeah, but Florida State was down like 28-3 against Miami. That's how down bad they are.
Well, didn't Florida State win a home game this year against a Power 4 team?
Against a team in the top 5.
There you go.
Playoffs,
bang.
Yeah.
Wait for
but explain the rest of it, though. I mean, this is a
blind squirrel finds a nut.
This is. I don't know why anybody would pick Clemson to win anything at home. I don't get it.
I don't know why anybody would pick Florida State to win a conference game.
Those are both good points. Which one is stronger, you think?
Mine.
Florida State hasn't won a conference game in almost 2 full seasons.
No, they just did.
Okay, they won one. All right, Clemson has won more than one home game in 2 full seasons.
Who has a better offense, Florida State or Duke?
Duke.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
If I had to win one game to save my life and I could pick Duke or Florida State's offense, I would pick Duke's offense.
We just got done saying that Florida State has the most yards, and they're number 1 in yards gained per out of anybody in the ACC this year.
You know, that's a good point because Duke does have a good offense, but they turn the ball over inside their own 5 like they're going to get beat if they don't do it. I mean, but do you trust Florida State to put 2 weeks together where they play competently? Because they haven't done that this year.
Well, neither is Clemson.
Well, I mean,
Clemson has put 1 week together. They look competent, except for against North Carolina and Boston College, which is low hanging fruit.
How has this become you shitting on Clemson and me?
Because they fucking suck. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, dude.
I know it's a bizarre.
We really need Huffer Billy Paul's take on this game.
Paul just thinks Clemson's not only going to lose, but by multiple touchdowns, like 20 points or more.
Does Paul think everyone should be fired?
Yeah.
Burn the stadium down?
Yeah. He even wants to fire the professors for some reason, and they don't even have anything to do with football.
They taught some of these kids, though. They messed it up somehow.
Shut the whole city down. You know, he bought a property in Clemson last year. I think he just sold it for pennies on the dollar.
Really? Damn. He was that down on Clemson?
No. He did buy property up there. I don't think he sold it for pennies on the dollar, though. But
that would be hilarious.
That would be. So I'm so mad, I'll be willing to take a big loss here.
I'll take $20,000 for this 100-acre lot.
I do think he wrote a strongly worded letter to Ipte, who's that. Yeah,
that's actually kind of goated, though. I kind of respect that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and he actually wrote the letter too. He didn't email it. He actually wrote it and put a stamp on it. And I think he even wrote it in cursive.
Damn, they don't even teach that anymore. There might not be anyone there that can read it.
Maybe even calligraphy.
Took him 8 months to write this letter. By the time he mailed it, no one knew what the hell he's talking about.
All right. So look, enough of the trolling. I just, of course, Clemson could beat Florida State, but I don't know whether in my right mind, I can't pick Clemson to win anything anymore for the rest of the season anyway. Except for maybe against Furman. Everybody else, you got Florida State, you got Louisville on the road next week on a Friday night. That they'll probably lose that game for sure. Then they got Furman, then they got on the road at South Carolina. So I'm just outside of Furman. I'm not sure about anything with them at all.
Oh yeah, they'll beat South Carolina. South Carolina's terrible.
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Oh my God.
So is Clemson.
Yeah. I've said that 100 times this week. I'm like, I don't know if you know, but Clemson's terrible too.
Maybe they didn't come down there. They didn't tell you. Clemson sucks this year. Huh?
Yeah, just not good. Not good.
Are they the biggest shocker of the season?
That probably. A lot of people had them in the national title race.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people are shocked by Texas too, but I kind of knew that I didn't think they were going to be very good.
And I don't think anyone on this panel was that high on Arch Manning. We were all questioning it, but most people were pretty high on Clemson.
Yeah, everybody was. Yeah, everybody was. Fucking Nick Saban was. Game day week 1, they were like, okay, we'll go through, way too early projections, but who's going to be the top, 4 or 5 teams this year or whatever. They went around a panel. Saban had Clemson on there. I think Reese Davis had Clemson on there. I think, what's his name from Michigan? They all had Clemson on there.
Des Howard or whatever?
Yeah, Desmond Howard. Sorry, yeah. Most of them had Clemson on there week 1. And, of course, we've seen what happened since then. So the idea that, nobody thought Clemson was going to be good this year, everybody did. Even some of the greatest football minds, and people who know what's going on in college football thought so. So this has been a big shocker, not just for people like me and Clemson fans, but for people who, quote, unquote, know ball.
Is there a Saban curse? Because who was high on the year before last?
Yeah.
Was Florida State.
That's true.
And then they ended up being dog shit, and then the same.
And what you're saying is Saban's the problem.
Yeah, him not coaching is making these teams suck.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I don't blame Dabo. I blame Saban. It's his fault. Oh. All right, here's your time to shine, Sea-Dog.
All right, game of the week on the ACC.
There you go. It's not going to be a shock to anybody, though, other than you in your own mind. But go ahead.
Wake Forest Demon Deacons are taking down Virginia at Virginia. After Virginia had to come home after traveling across the country. Total letdown spot. They've got a gauntlet to go through here between Wake Forest and Duke these next 2 weeks. And everybody thinks Wake Forest is down and out after losing to Florida State.
Yeah.
But Florida State's actually just really good.
Are you saying this is a pattern? So every time Florida State dominates a team, they end up slingshotting. They're like that, whatever that comment that is. They slingshot themselves out of oblivion into greatness, right? So, Alabama got blown out by Florida State, and after that, they slingshotted their way into greatness. So what you're saying is Wake Forest losing to Florida State in embarrassing fashion by a lot of points. Now they're about to slingshot their way into greatness and take down Virginia.
That's right, which will open the door for Tech to get into the ACC championship game again.
So, Sea-Dog, you would say Wake Forest pretty well, right, to be this high on them?
Well, I don't really watch their games, but I guess they could.
Yeah, I was about to ask name one defensive player you really like, but I think
who is Wake Forest starting quarterback?
Robbie Ashford.
Yeah,
Robbie. Thank you, Sea-Dog. I appreciate that.
How can I forget?
I had to bring on Paul at the end. I'm sorry, Paul. I didn't see you back there. I just now clicked over to
Paul. Hey guys.
But this would be a great way, in the last few minutes of this show here, to listen to what Paul has to say, because that's always entertaining.
First of all, we're going to lose 3 out of the last games. I mean, we're not going to win hardly any.
So you think we're losing to Florida State, Louisville, South Carolina, and I'm assuming you're saying we beat Furman?
Yeah, we'll beat Furman by about 3 points. And so
y'all thought I was bad. Listen to this.
Yeah, so it's going to be an ugly end to the game, to the whole season, and to these games. But all that said, I still don't understand how a playoff system could penalize a team that gets to their championship game and loses. If they're in the top 12 and they lose, and somebody's in the top 12, but they don't lose, they don't play the championship game and don't get in. That makes no sense to me.
Well, it doesn't make sense, but the reason it is because it's recency bias. They saw somebody lose that week, and they saw another team didn't lose. Now, it doesn't make sense, but that's what I mean.
Notre Dame doesn't play a
Look, this is, I know, and this is why everyone's like telling Notre Dame, join a conference, join a conference, join a conference. Well, why would they?
Yeah.
I mean,
they got the easiest road.
Yeah, they're getting rewarded.
Yeah.
The Notre Dame thing is the story of the night for me. I cannot believe they have them at number 10.
It's bullshit.
The playoff committee is the only entity right now that has the power to force Notre Dame's hand, and they're not going to do it. They continue to reward them for it.
Who sucks off Notre Dame more, the playoff committee or the ACC?
So
both. Committee. I mean, it's like he's got one. Well, I can't say that on here. I was about to make an analogy there. There was, it's a double teamer on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's bad, and that's the thing that bothers me the most. I know the ACC's probably going to get one in, but let's just say Louisville and whoever wins the ACC championship. Louisville gets in, but let's say Georgia Tech and Virginia play for the ACC championship, but one of those don't get in. That's bullshit.
Well, I tell you what they'll do. I think what they'll do to catch blowback is they will not rank whoever's one of the teams in the ACC championship is in the top 12.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
I would hope, but that being said, it's just it can happen, and it does happen. And I'm sure it'll happen with the SEC and the Big Ten. So it's I'm just saying it's a biased, fucked up system, and that's the only point I really don't understand why we haven't gone to 16.
Well, they're going to go to 16. I mean, it's just
4 best conference teams in each conference, and they're in no matter what. And
I also don't think the solution to every problem in college football is just to keep adding more teams to the playoffs. I don't. I mean, there's other ways to fix it other than just continuing to add teams. And before you know it, we're going to be at 30 teams.
But they won't do it. Well, they may eventually, hopefully. But I mean, they're not doing it this year, and so that's the part that kills me. I mean, I'm not going to come in here and tell you Clemson should be in because they shouldn't be anywhere near anything, but certainly they should have a better system than this. I mean, Lord God.
Well,
all that said, I don't even understand why anybody would pick Clemson. I really don't at this point. That just to me boggles the mind.
What do you think the solution?
And anybody that does is it's a fool's errand.
What do you think the solution to Clemson's issues are?
It's not prudent. It's not.
Paul, are you listening?
Very prudent, as George Bush would say, or W would say. You don't want to do that.
Hey, Paul.
Being said, Clemson could beat.
I don't know if he has headphones on or if he just has his microphone on.
Just watch the game.
He set his phone down and just started talking.
Paul, can you hear us?
So whoever loses should just buy out their coach and get them the hell out of there. But
Paul,
they won't do that either.
Paul, can you hear us?
We're loyal. Bullshit. They need to get rid of Dabo and get somebody in there that knows how to run the program in professional time. This is professional now. This is no longer.
He answered my question.
Yeah.
Coddle your friends and family.
I don't even know. I don't even think he knows you asked the question.
We now have to play like a real team.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Right.
And he's not going to change. So the longer they wait, the worse it gets.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Man.
Sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
This is the greatest speech I've ever heard.
Pre-recorded.
Contribute. Sorry.
Yeah, is this
Not
live?
good times for us Clemson people. Let's just say that. I know that Georgia Tech's loving it because they're in the contention here. Y'all got to win. Why did Georgia Tech lose to NC State, for God's sake?
We're catching strays now.
I understand that.
It's like a stream of consciousness here.
Rick, how do you explain that?
Yeah. Hey, Rick, can you explain that?
Yeah, I can't explain it, man. I'm just glad you can hear me.
It's just recording. I love it, Roger. But anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, just listening for my name.
I was going to ask Paul a question, but I guess I'll just type it in the chat.
I was pulling for Georgia Tech. The whole damn thing. I'll piss around and lose damn North Carolina State. What the hell? And Miami too.
Me too, man.
Yeah, get Slim's ass.
Let me down.
Yeah.
Me too, man.
Yeah, you tell him, Paul.
We can't be any good.
You keep bringing Miami out of it, you old bastard.
But whatever. I can't be bothered. That's why we can't have nice things in the ACC because y'all can't carry the damn water.
Dude.
Some reason he can hear Slim.
Could he? I don't think he could.
I kind of answered him,
I
maybe.
haven't taken over. They just let me talk.
Well,
Just get it all out.
Yeah, everybody's listening. The
It's gonna
dogs
be
are
okay.
listening. Cece's listening. She thinks I'm crazy. She's like,
Yeah.
why do you care so much? She pulls against Clemson.
Motherfucker, we all think you're crazy.
well, I mean,
So, when we lost, she was dancing.
Fuck that, man.
so he's just having a conversation with the chat room, right? He has no idea what we're saying.
Can the chat hear us? Did
I
something
can't
weird?
believe his lady cheers against Clemson. That's crazy.
But
I'd kick her ass to
in
the
a good
curb.
way.
You need to keep your hoe on a leash.
Expect that changes will happen as a result of all this. So that's all
Yeah.
positive. You got to look at the bright side or look at the sunny side. Yeah, they'll have to do something because they can't continue this path.
Right.
We'll see how it goes from here.
Mhm.
Dabo's done. I mean, he knows he's done.
Right.
He's just dead man walking right now.
That's well said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where he's going to go.
Yeah, me. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. Where's he going to go?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Florida.
I don't know. Maybe he'll go. Maybe he'll be the first guy on Mars.
Are we in a simulation? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I do think we might be in a simulation of hell for the Clemson.
We're in the shit matrix.
All right, Paul.
Look at shoot 'em. Yeah. Well,
Paul?
it's a great speech. It's a fact.
Paul.
I'm calling bullshit out.
Paul.
I don't think you're going to get through to him.
Paul.
You got to quit smoking the crack cocaine.
Paul.
We gotta.
Paul.
I think if you cut him off, there's no telling when he's gonna stop. If you just kick him off the show.
No, you got to keep it going. Who knows what else we're gonna learn?
Yeah.
You guys are funny.
You're funny, buddy. You're funny.
Hey, talking to a wall.
I think he tired himself
Well, I didn't
out.
even know you were talking, Pete, because I couldn't hear you on the live stream.
Really?
Really? I mean, because we've been talking for the past 10 minutes.
No, I mean seriously, the live stream isn't. I mean, like the stream.
You're on StreamYard. You can't hear me. I'm talking. I mean, everybody else on StreamYard can hear everything I'm saying, and we can hear each other. We're talking.
No, I had to get on my phone to hear you.
Yeah, everybody's been sitting here talking to you.
He goes, I had to get on my phone to hear you.
Now I hear.
Pa.
You've been listening to you. Man.
He said I had to get on my phone to hear you. Are you calling in on StreamYard through your phone?
No, I'm coming in on the iPad.
No, he's on his fucking iPad like usual.
Oh, God damn. We broke out the Kindle.
We heard everything you said. Don't worry.
It was, man.
That was great. I mean, we learned a lot there. And now I can hear echo. All right, see you later, Pa. Thank you.
Oh, he's going to keep talking now.
Well, that's all right.
He'll be there all night.
Yeah.
That might be one of the greatest things to happen on this show. I mean, that just impromptu comedy is what you guys come here for.
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as you thought it sputtered out, it's like when you really have to pee and you think the stream's about to break and there goes another. Just kept going.
Yeah. That was great. But I'm lightheaded now. So there is that. I'm going to go ahead and end the show. So thank you, Reg Talk.
Might as well, because there's no topping that segment.
No, there's not. I think we've been through it all tonight. I went on a rant for 15 or 20 minutes at the beginning of the show about Dabo Sweeney. We heard Sea Dog's rant about Wake Forest for some reason.
Go Deeks, baby, go Deeks.
We watched the CFP ranking show. Rec Talk came on and was he was just Rec Talk, which is all that matters in the same with Slim Shady Canes.
We learned about Touchdown Tim.
Yeah, Touchdown Tim.
Up and down the Twitter the past few days.
Slim, if you want to have a good comeback Touchdown Tim, just call him Tampon Tim. Like Tim Waltz.
Maybe what I start calling him.
Yeah.
See how that goes. All right,
see how
I'll see you guys.
All right, see you later, Rec.
You're right.
All right, Slim.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Sea Dog, man, we did it.
Yeah.
Another ACC show in the books, buddy. This was a good one.
It was. I'll see you next week.
Yes. Next week, same time, same place, same bat channel.
Yep. Unless my wife's in labor or something.
Oh, well, that would be a good excuse for you to miss the show, yeah.
The due date is Thursday. Although the boy is taking his time. So I don't know.
Maybe.
Could be any day now, really.
Could be any day. And maybe at the very least next week, if she has the baby, we can get some pictures. You'll have to send them to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll send out pictures to everybody. I got to say thanks to Colby. His wife knitted a little beanie for the baby to wear.
Oh, yeah? Is it Georgia Tech beanie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a bumblebee color. It's like black and yellow.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
So I'll show picture. He's got tons of Georgia Tech stuff already. So.
Well, of course. Of course, that's true. Yes. I wouldn't expect anything different. I've got all my kids are, my 18-year-old kid, I've got him, draped out in Clemson baby gear in the hospital. But of course, people on YouTube tell me I just became a fan in 2015, but my son was born in 2007. So they can't figure that one out. It's a time traveling situation. But anyway, all right, Sea Dog, love you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. I'll see you.
All right. That's going to do it for me as well, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning on the midday show on my second channel at 11 a.m. And then tomorrow night at 10 p.m. right back here on the Pigskin Pete channel at 10 p.m. for the call-in show. And, that's it. That's what I got going on tomorrow. So tune in. Appreciate you. and have a good rest of your Tuesday.